Pichu, say hi. Hi YouTube! What is up guys? It's Hannah and today I'm going to talk all about selling on Facebook Marketplace. I've been selling on there for about a month now. I started back in early February and I have sold so much stuff. Lay it flat.
Oh, good, careful. Good workout.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, are you okay?
Did you see that?
Oh.
Okay.
What is that?
There you go. Ooh, that's a spider.
Yeah. Where is it at?
There's one, there's two.
We're actually moving out of our house in Savannah to Atlanta, which is where I go to college and my brother goes to college there now too. The place we got in Atlanta is actually half the size of our house right now. So we had to get rid of literally half our furniture, half our items. Throughout the past month that I've been selling, I compiled a list of tips and tricks, everything you need in the books to be a successful seller on the marketplace. These are 100% foolproof because I have tried them myself and I've seen them work. So hopefully they work for you. Let me just pull up my list. I'll try my best to break it down so that it's really easy to understand. I want to preface this by saying that the market is incredibly hot right now. Like if you want to sell anything at all, selling now would be the perfect time. People are literally fighting to get stuff. The market is so backed up. There's people who order furniture and they will not come until 2 months later because it's all out of stock right now. Even if you're not moving houses and you just want to sell whatever items are laying around your house, I'm telling you right now is the golden time to do it. So my first tip for you is to start selling as early as you can. Don't wait around for motivation to come to you. It will not, I swear. I should have started selling back in January because we were going to list our house the third week of February. I started the first week of February and I was pressed on time to try to get everything out. So actually I did most of the selling within 2 weeks because you know that it's going to be a lot of work. You're going to want to push it off to the side and eventually you're just going to compile stuff until you have so much stuff that you have to get rid of everything. At that point, you might get even lazier and think I'm just going to donate all these to the Goodwill, to the Salvation Army, when you could have actually earned some bucks along the way. My second tip is to join multiple Facebook groups that are in your community or around your community. If you have neighboring cities, make sure to join the marketplaces of those cities so that you have options to forward your posts to multiple places for more visibility. Since I live in Savannah, I joined the Savannah Marketplace, Pula Marketplace, Effingham, Richmond Hill, because those are all the neighboring cities around me. And I made sure to also join the buy and sell trade communities, the junkyard, flea market. I'll list everything I joined right here. When you list items, you have the option to forward the post to other groups. The great thing about this forwarding feature is your edits will apply to every post in every group. My tip number 3 is going to encompass all of the tips and tricks I have for actually listing your items. One of the most important things is to take really good pictures and make sure it looks like something you would want to buy if you came across it. It should almost feel like you want to buy the item from yourself. The lighting is super important. Try to take all or most of your pictures during the daytime when the sun is out. If for some reason you're not able to take a picture during the day, use flash. Y'all have that function on your phone for a reason. In my experience, I switched out some of the bad pictures I had when I made the post edits to better pictures of them and they sold immediately. For example, I had an okay picture of the queen bedroom set I had actually in this room. In the original picture, the lighting was a bit more yellow and mustardy, and we had a really thick pink blanket on the bed, which might be attractive to like a lot of females or a lot of people who like pink, but people who don't like pink would probably see that and be like, maybe that bed isn't for me. When we took that blanket out and made the lighting a little better, it was whiter, a ton more people messaged me about the set and wanting to buy it. Another example is I had a white shelf sitting in the corner of my closet. At the time, I was taking pictures of a bunch of stuff to list, and I ran out of the energy to take everything off the shelf and take the shelf itself out of the closet so I could take a picture of it. No one messaged me about that shelf at all. So when I noticed it wasn't selling a few days later, I actually took out the shelf and took a good picture of it with better lighting, and it was sold instantly, like the same freaking day. So I'm telling you, pictures and lighting is so important. I think one of the most important parts of this whole selling process. If you list multiple items and furniture at once, it's best to include the prices of the furniture and items based on the order that you have the pictures. So me being the beginner that I was, posted a listing without any prices. I was like, people can just message me for the prices, but I quickly realized that was a huge mistake. Don't do that. Please list the prices. It'll make things so much easier for you. I did not expect my first post to do so hot. I don't know if I got lucky because of how the market is right now, and usually it's not that way, but within the first 4 hours of posting my listing, I got over 120 comments and messages asking about my items. What's the price of this? What's the price of that? What's the measurement for this? I was literally typing nonstop for 4 hours and it's actually pretty funny. My mom made me udon and fried dumplings that night and I could not even focus on eating because I was busy messaging and responding to these people. It's best to price your items about 2/3 of the original price of the item or half the price depending on how long you used it and its condition. So for example, say you had a futon that you paid $120 for. If it's still in great condition, like there's no rips in it, no stains, it's been used for about 2 years, I think it's fair to price it at about $80 to $90. But say that you do have a few stains on the futon and it's been used for about 4 years, it still works perfectly fine, there's no defects, I would say $60 is pretty fair. What I found is that a lot of people would rather not spend a lot on used furniture. So even if I used that fair system to price my items, people would message me asking if there was any way to lower the price, if I was accepting any deals. As a result, I wasn't able to sell some of the items at the price that I originally had. Of course, list the price that you think is fair. If you get lucky, someone will come around and buy it from you at the price you listed it at. Otherwise, if it comes to a situation where you have to lower the price to get it sold, go ahead and do that. In the long run, it'll be a lot more worth it than not selling it at all. And just to let you know in advance, Facebook Marketplace puts a 42 picture limit on each listing, so you're only able to have 42 pictures at once. I ordered the pictures based on how fast I needed them to sell. All of the furniture that we had was top priority to sell the quickest. I put those in the very beginning of the post, whereas small items like shoes and handbags I put at the end of the post because they weren't as time sensitive. Another thing you can do is to sell some furniture pieces and items as a set. For example, I had the upstairs coffee table and lamp and clock and I sold that as a set for $120. And a great tip is to add some pieces as a bonus so that it appeals and it's a lot more attractive to people. They're like, oh my gosh, this item is being added for free. Actually, the set that I was talking about with the coffee table, the clock was added in as a bonus. Another time I did that was with the office bookshelf. I said it comes with 2 additional office pieces. So I gave away an office organizer as well as a writing utensil holder along with it. And this might even increase customer satisfaction because they're like, oh, I received these items that I didn't expect. They might be more likely to buy from you again. Put pictures of your best furniture and items first so that you can catch the attention of people whenever they're scrolling on Facebook Marketplace. They come across your really cool item, they're gonna be more likely to click on your post and scroll through it and see what else you have. In your post, specify your preferred method of transfer. If you're willing to deliver to them, that's great. They're probably more willing to buy from you anyways because it's a lot more convenient for them. If you only want them to pick up from your place, which is what I did, I specified that in the post and said that I will give you my address if you message me. And the funny thing is, even if I specified that, people still ask me, hey, do you deliver? And I'm like, bro, did you even read my post? Even if for your safety you don't include your direct address, it might be best to specify your general location. For me, I live in a large neighborhood called Southbridge, and this is a very well-known neighborhood here. Include your payment method. I personally did cash and Venmo, and if you're moving, maybe include where you're moving to. I said I was moving to Atlanta, and I was able to start a lot of conversations and make it not awkward when people visited, because they'd be like, so, you're moving to Atlanta? Ooh, are you excited? Also keep in mind that you are able to edit the post whenever, like I mentioned earlier. If you sell an item, you can go back and edit and replace that picture with another item that you need to sell so that you don't have to make an entirely new post. And if you're wanting to edit or update your post as you sell, it's helpful to include the time and date of your update so that you will have that record for yourself and others can see kind of what you're selling in real time. And also ask people to check back on the post for new updates and listings. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful. We're gonna move on to some other tips I have. Tip number 4. Another thing I found helpful was setting up a mini market in my house for items that I thought were too much of a hassle to list. My mom and I decided to lay out a table, and so whenever people came in our house, they can see what we have and we can just sell it on the spot without having to list it. Tip number 5, don't lose hope. I didn't think I would be able to sell 2 violins that I had. One of them was my old student violin and the other one was my brother's old violin before he played piano. You have to be a specific person to want to buy a half-size violin as well as a 3/4 size violin. And also the violins were kind of hidden in the very end of the post. This man was scrolling through Marketplace. He came across my post. He thought my initial furniture and items that I had looked interesting, hint hint to the tip from earlier in the video, and came across those violin pictures. Both of his daughters are learning violin right now and they needed the sizes that I specifically had. So yeah, you never know what you can sell and when you can sell it. So keep listing, keep going, don't lose hope. Tip number 6 is to be nice to everyone. You never know if they're gonna come back and be your customer again. And who knows, they could be returning customers for the duration of your sales. I had one lady who thought that I was super sweet and I would always give really good prices for the items that I had, so she kept coming back for more. They could also give you tips for your kindness. I sold a purple chair and ottoman to someone and his name was Seth. At the time, there were multiple people interested in this ottoman wooden chair. He messaged me first and I told him, I'm gonna keep this on hold for you. There are other people interested, but since you confirmed the pickup time with me, I'm just gonna keep it on hold, let everyone else know that the item is taken for now. So I waited until he came, and when he did, instead of giving me $70 that I priced it at, he actually gave me $80. And he said, he literally told me that it was because I kindly held the item for him and updated him periodically on what was going on, and he really appreciated that. Tip number 7, if someone asks you about an item you have on hold already for someone, let them know that you already have the item on hold, but if it doesn't work out with them, it's all yours, something like that. This trick gives you backup sales, it doesn't turn away customers right away, and it shows that you genuinely care about your customers. Tip number 8 will be all about garage sales. And guys, garage sales. The best way to get rid of multiple items at once is to host a garage sale. And the great thing about Facebook Marketplace is that you're allowed to advertise your garage sales on there. Basically, I listed the types of items and furnitures that I'll have in the garage sale, specified the time, the location. I actually did include my address because I thought it would be such a hassle to message every single person. It was a 2-day process. It was really fun meeting a lot of different people.
Yay! They were wrong. You're doing it.
Hello. I'm exhausted. And something that's really important if you are gonna host a garage sale is to carry change. Sometimes I didn't have the change, so that would cause people to have to Venmo me money or find something in the house that I was selling for the price of the change, which actually worked in my favor, but that could have been inconvenient for the customers. So that is all for my tips. Before I end the video, I'm gonna include a few warnings just so that you're aware of some of these things before you get into selling. So like I said, I learned that selling is actually a ton of work and requires so much dedication and persistence, but it is so worth it because you get a lot of profit from it and the profit accumulates as you continue on. Keep in mind that you will be messaging a lot of people. They may ask you a ton of questions about the item and seem really interested, but in the end, sometimes they just don't want the item anymore or they find something else and they kind of ghost you. So just be mentally prepared for those situations. So the bad news is my phone just died on me. The good news is I got through everything I wanted to say and just wanted to wish everyone the best of luck and success in your selling. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel for more videos, click the bell notification button to get notified about my future uploads, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
And suddenly